Welcome back everyone to game number 2 of this best of 3. It's a team kill, it's in Go for SC2 and it's the quarterfinals. Spawning up to the top right hand position, representing Alien Invasion, we have the yellow Protoss player. He's up 1-0 in this best of 3 CPU. And his opponent to the top left, the green Terran player, also representing Alien Invasion, Lillekanin. So, CPU, wishing this was WCS so that Lillekanin couldn't watch the replay. Of course, a cool rule of WCS is between matches you can't actually go and watch the replays through as a player. The reason they did that is so that you aren't able to check like proxy location or kind of anything like that, which I think is actually pretty cool. And while it would be nigh on impossible to police in online cups, I think some of the bigger tournaments, if they don't already, should look to incorporate that because it would be really awesome to see. So quick little scout, early scouts actually coming from both players, both wanting to just make sure nothing scary is happening. Lillekanin did go gas first. Generally, that's a pretty big indicator that we're going to be getting a factory first. Nearly always going to be a factory first if you see a gas first. Or not factory first, factory after the barracks obviously. So racks, factory, maybe then into a starport. Potentially can lead into mech builds, can lead into some cloak banshee play. Generally just options all around. Second gas for CPU. He's got 3 probes in his first gas. Is he going to get 3 in his second additionally? If he does, it signals that it's going to be a big tech play, but for the moment, he's not. When you see where he goes, okay, there we go, adding that in now. Lillekanin's, he's still got a good bank of gas, going to be able to start that factory immediately. Bit low on minerals actually, needs to get that up if he wants to bang out that factory straight away. There we go, so both players opting to go very tech heavy. Lillekanin, deduced through process of elimination where his opponent has spawned, knows that he's top right, but does not know yet what he's doing. No scouting information. CPU, he hasn't even bothered. Actually, no, he has scouting. I take that back. He knows there was an early gas, a gas first, basically. So he should be fairly prepared for what could be coming at him. And his response is going to be in the form of a Stargate. This is going to be really interesting to see what this Stargate is used for. Potentially predicting some kind of Hellion play, maybe an early mech play, in which case opting for a fast Oracle can be devastatingly effective. But note that's not what we've got. We've just got Widow Mine coming out and a couple of additional Marines. Surprised we don't see a starport started yet, if I'm honest, because for the most part, starports are the general follow-on to this. You get... Okay, there we go. There is one coming out. And this is for the Widow Mine drops, which isn't going to time up that great at the moment. Second Widow Mine will be out well before Medevac is finished. And so a slight bump there. Great thing though, is the Widow Mine, once it's burrowed in a nice spot, can look to take down the Oracle. And if it does get the kill on the Oracle, that's just fantastic. It won't kill it outright, but it gets a lot of damage done to it very efficiently. So waiting to see where this Oracle goes, how aggressive it stays. Generally, a good mindset to have if you are going for, say, an Oracle-based play is, well, I want to kill as much as possible with it. But that doesn't mean in one run. You can do flybys with Oracles, pick up a couple of units, fly out. Keeping it alive leaves the potential to both do more damage later and gain utility. In comes the Oracle now. Will beat these Marines fairly easily. Takes 6 Marines to kill an Oracle. And while there is a bunker up with a second one on its way, not in a greater spot, but boom, Widow Mine gets the kill. That's what it was running for. This is pretty sweet. Stargate is now up. We've got a couple of additional gateways being added in now for CPU. CPU isn't choosing to use this Stargate for anything further though. No Phoenix on their way. Nothing more really grabbing my attention in terms of something crazy going on. Got Blink and a Forge though. So this could be some kind of big Blink timing. The trouble is the lack of an actual base is becoming an ever more pressing issue on both sides. Arguably slightly more pressing for CPU compared to Lillekanin, because Lillekanin can actually survive quite a while on 1-1-1 production. Adding in a Viking for that starport as well, just to make sure nothing crazy happening. But it's actually CPU who could be about to get aggressive. These additional 3 gates coming through, blink nearly done. The forge finished, but no sign of a +1 or anything like that from it. Probably just going for a relatively aggressive blink play. The engineering bay nearly dead. A second stalker coming down just to pick that off. Doesn't want to reveal that there's a lot of stalkers there. Still mass chrono boosting out. Blink, that'll easily be done by the time these units are over. We should see some more stalkers warped in as well. But my question has to lie with where's the high ground vision? And there just isn't really any at the moment. There is, however, a tank and a widow mine and a bunker, all sitting at the front. So an attempt to blink up into the main could be disastrous. Still, CPU adding in more units, edging closer. This widow mine doesn't have the greatest range, but will hit the ramp. Oh, the tank on burrows. That could be the worst point. Coming up here, allowing the blink up into the main. Great use of that ramp. Widow mine does get the shot down. Kills a single unit. The rest of the stalkers trying to stay out of tank range. That tank getting some great shots down, but a great blink forward from CPU allows him to navigate around that. Another siege up. Going to try and get some more damage onto these stalkers. They are trapped, but can blink directly on top of the tanks, trying to take them down as quickly as possible. Some more big shots come down. 2 tanks full though. A couple of additional marines in a nice position. Lillekanin will stop all of those stalkers, but more are already warping in. There's a decent number of marines here, plus a bunker and a banshee. What can these stalkers do? Up they come. A widow mine hit. Doesn't. Oh, it does connect actually. Goes quite a nice bit of damage there. So that's annoying. CPU having to contend with a lone Viking, doing everything it can to harass. Just like, I will serve a purpose. Dark Shrine can't be seen. Really important just to point that out. Quick little blink away, still can't be seen. And this is where the plan goes from now. It's like, well, he's only on 1 base. He's having to mule heavily because I just killed off a lot of workers. That means one thing and one thing only. He's not going to have detection. Interestingly though, the missile turret is already down and it has been seen by CPU. So he knows there is some detection. I'm guessing he just wants to use the Dark Templar. I could potentially use it for Zealot Archon all in. But off of 1 base, may not be the easiest thing. Still waiting. Lillekanin just chilling. Both players on 1 base, although not for long. CPU expanding down to his opponents what would probably be a 5th base. Just those ninja bases coming through. Always a good thing to see, always a great thing to see in mirror matchups is the kind of funky build you get through. No additional tanks have been made other than this lone one here. So just the 1 tank for the time being. Regardless though, CPU, he's pulling back, doesn't want to engage, would rather play it cautiously. Utilizing the brush just to hide his position a little bit. Backs down, I don't blame him. Doesn't want to really trade against this army. It's a very scary army up against basically a Blink Stalker only build. Lone DT wandering in with no detection, can't be seen walking forward, and the important thing is that missile turret. That grants vision. SUV is going to try and kill it off, but with no surround it's going to be tough to do that. Quite a lot of kills already being racked through. Will now die thanks to the marine and the assistance of a tank there. And a scan goes down as well. This scan sees no natural, and this could signal to Lillekanin that, hey, no natural base, I'm well ahead economically. But he's not. Not really. He's 17 to 24 workers. His main base, because of muling, will run out faster. And actually, CPU, he has taken an expansion. Is it going to get spotted? This would be huge. Where is this Banshee churning? Nope. Ooh. That was dodging a bullet. No rally point either yet. Just moving that over now. This is nice. Decent number of stalkers. Probes trying to get transferred. Luckily, oh my goodness, if that scan came down a couple of seconds earlier, the probes would have been seen transferring and would have given it all away. This is really important though, because while it takes a bit of a hit to income now, CPU is already level at the moment. And when these probes transfer, he goes up a lot. Photon cannon's already in the main. A void race here as well, so unfortunately this Banshee probably won't be able to achieve that much. Likewise though, these Blink Stalkers, they can't get it. Look at how many marines, the tanks, the widow mine, everything. Also this missile turret on the edge, denying observers. also denying Dark Templar. Approaching the 15-minute mark of this game, and we just see Lillekanin getting a bit more aggressive. He's one base still. He's got a decent sized army, nearly double the army supply of his opponent, and just not trying to do anything ridiculous. And a lot of that is due to his natural, which he hasn't taken as natural. Having this in position makes it quite tough to pump out a decent number of units yet, but it is getting there. More zealots here. Small little push over the top now from Lillekanin. Just going to be trying to find a way in, and all while this is going, this is going pretty good. Here we go, CPU. Gonna take quite a bit of damage here. His charge shots attempting to get the damage they need done. There is an arc on 2 Voidways here, but it's not going to be enough to stop this. The tank siege up in a great position, starts shelling away, and this is a problem right now for the Protoss. Trying to get any amount of engagement against this is going to be tough. The tanks just dish out so much damage. Additional warpins on their way, another Voidway coming through. The Stalkers could move now since the tanks are out of position, but this is looking very strong for Lillekanin, just waiting patiently. Stalkers can't actually take out the tanks thanks to this point defense drone, preventing their attack from finishing and keeping the tanks alive. A couple of DTs die, the Raven granting that detection, allowing them to be focusing. And yeah, this is looking rough for CPU. Pulling probes, going to try and signal up some of that damage. In come the Stalkers, they start chipping away. Both the tanks now down, but there's just too much infantry here with the medevac support. Everything falls, and CPU GG's out, and Lillekanin levels out this series to be 1-1.